Hello everyone, welcome to Advent of Spring Boot Day 22. And today we're going to see a better way of interacting with data through an API client. Yesterday we used the REST client, and today we're going to see the HTTP interface based on the REST client, or could be also based on the web client if you do non-blocking stuff. But for now, let's dive into the code. Cool. Let's show the readme you will see afterwards. That one I need to modify it, sorry for that. HTTP interface is mostly something through annotation. You need to do some configuration. So let's remove our service. Let's use interface. So let's remove the RestClient constructor as well. I'm going a bit too fast. Let me first show you that we can fetch data with RestClient, and we use a fake API, and thanks to the one who does that, you can thank him by giving back some money. So we fetch some data. So let's rework a bit our code by removing some stuff, and it's usually the Spring Boot way of removing and simplifying stuff. So let's do that. Let's remove the constructor. It's interface, we don't need it. It's public by default. And we can remove everything as body. And we can specify that we want to have something. So let me show you. We're going to fetch this URL with product and ID depending on the case. So we need to specify the HTTP interface that we are going to use. Product. Cool. And we need to use get exchange. We don't need to add anything there. And let's use get exchange with ID, and ID is a path variable, so we need to tell Spring Boot that everything is okay. Should be okay. Let's build it. Project. Okay, everything is fine, but we need to change our configuration a bit. Let's remove that. And we need the REST client, and the only thing we need to simplify our interface is making a bit through a proxy, a bin, a proxy called product service. So let's call it product service. It's going to use REST client, and we need to create a REST client adapter. Create with RestClient. Cool. And we need HTTP proxy factory equals HTTP proxy factory there for our adapter. And let's build it. Okay, cool. And let's return factory dot create client, and we need to specify the return class. So as you can see, we need to use the REST client, and we are going to use the HTTP service proxy factory to create everything we need around our project service method. And it should work as before. So let's start the project and see how it goes. Before starting the project, let me show you. As you may know, we use the get mapping to expose our data in the controller. We have post mapping, put mapping. Before, at the start of this functionality, they wanted to use put mapping, get mapping, HTTP mapping, and such, but they chose to use put exchange, get exchange, HTTP exchange, and such to avoid confusion. And for the one who uses the feign or reactive feign, HTTP interface is a cooler way of doing that because it's supported by its Spring Boot team. And it's the same way if you do reactive or non-reactive stuff, you just need to add, I don't have a flux or such because I'm in a blocking, or you could wait, or you could use mono. But anyway, that's a cool way because before that I used feign and reactive feign depending on the API I was writing, blocking or not blocking. Anyway, let's focus on the code now and let's try to see if everything works. And as you can see, everything works. We can see all our projects over there and we can see the first one. So that's cool. And it's gonna be it for today. Let me show you my face. Tomorrow we will see a bit more about caching to avoid fetching data all the time through an API because it takes the time the API needs to write back. So it means network, DB, CPU, and such. So let's see that tomorrow, where we will use caching with, I guess, Redis to do some stuff and avoid fetching data outside our API if we already fetched the first time. So see you tomorrow, and for now, peace.